Yo, what's going on, people? Smirk here. Hope you're all good. Thanks for tuning in. Today's video, I'm going to be just basically sharing out my controller settings for Infinite Warfare. Like I say, this was really good for me, but obviously I'm going to be going through it as well. So don't worry about that. I'm going to do it step by step. Stick layout, I personally play on default, but obviously with you lot, if you do prefer southpaw, some people do, but I don't. I like to move a certain way. Obviously that's default, looking left and right on the analogs. Next up, we got a button layout. You see, some people don't play on flipped, but I do. Obviously, I like to shoot with the top two, L1 and R1. To me, it just feels like it's more of a grip for me, but it's down to preference. Another thing is I like to sometimes drop shot, and I like to use my R3 analog stick to slide instead of having to hold circle when sprinting. Like I say, it's much easier for me. I think that'd be good for you guys as well. And just in case you don't know, to swap the L2 and L1 and R1, just press the square button and it changes by itself. As you can see, it says tactical flipped. That's that out of the way. Look inversion, depending on how your eyes work. If you go up, some people's eyes like to go down, but mine, I like to go up for up and down for down. Flight inversion, that's disabled. There's nothing special. Sprint cancels reload. So if you don't know, when you're reloading, usually like in old CODs, you can sprint quickly to reload cancel to reload faster. But personally, I like to reload and run at the same time, because if I want to reload cancel, as you already know, it's double triangle for me. Vibration is disabled, cause obviously I don't want to, when I'm shooting, I don't want to get irritated by the vibration. But don't get me wrong, if you like it, it's not a problem. If you like to feel comfortable like that, fair enough. If you want a little buzz out your kill, that's fair enough. But obviously with me, I don't do that. This is where the killer parts are: horizontal and vertical sensitivity. Horizontal is when it goes left and right, and vertical is up and down. See, now I like to keep it on 4, because I feel that when you're sensitivity too high, yeah, you might be able to turn, but it feels like, just like it's too quick. And for me, having a lower sensitivity is more accurate, so you've got to basically balance it. You want to move left and right quick, at the same time you don't want to be too quick, so you might push too much to the left or too much to the right, or you might go up a bit too much. So that's my personal recommended sensitivity. Like I said, I'll do another video in depth of how to best sensitivity afterwards. I will be doing that. And the safe area, I like to keep it in close. I'll be telling, like I say, don't worry, I'll be doing a separate video to get in depth. One of the main reasons I do it is because the mini maps can stay as close to the center of the screen, so that I can quickly look at the map and quickly go back to where I was looking, which is in the center where, my aiming is, or where the people are I'm looking at. So that's down to preference. Like I say, audio options, volume wise, I don't really care about the volume. Music, I definitely have on 0, because that is so emotional, the music, I ain't gonna lie. Effects volume is preference. Voice volume is down to preference. Personally, I don't really think you need the voice, or effect wise, maybe, yeah, effects, so you can hear everything. When you slide in or when you're throwing things, it sounds nice, but you don't have to. But I recommend you leave it on, just so you can hear other players as well. Subtitles disabled. Who needs that? Controller sound is disabled, because I don't like when you keep having to hear through your speakers on the controller. It's quite annoying, but like I say, that's preference. So yeah, man, comfort wise, gender, I've got a male, but obviously I'm a male, man. Obviously I'm nothing else. Let me quickly just flip back. Now language, obviously depending on what language you speak, as you may know. Brightness, I basically have it barely visible, and the dark bit I don't see at all. Film grain is basically when you move left and right, when you move all of a sudden to the left and you see a little blur, not a blur, but like when you cut through. Personally, I just leave it default. It's not really a problem for me. Colorblind is nothing for me, and I'm not really colorblind, so I leave it disabled. Target assist, of course, you need it to be enabled so you can get the assist off of the, when you're moving left and right, and if you come across an online player, you'll notice that your analog will feel a bit stiff when it goes near a person. So I highly recommend you leave that on. Motion blur, is enabled. It basically reduces blurry vision. Okay. So like I say, hopefully you did enjoy the video. Like I say, on my bottom left of the screen, you'll see me. I'll link that in the previous video if you haven't seen it. And of course, if you're new to the channel, be sure to click my logo there to subscribe. Thank you for watching, guys. Much appreciated. Take care. I'll see you in the next video, yo.